여러분 안녕하십니까. Today we're doing something a little different because, you know, quarantine, lockdown, social distance. We're making brownies today. This is my favorite brownie recipe that I've been making for ever. And I usually work today, but I'm not because, if you don't know, I take care of a baby and his parents work in a restaurant with my sister that is now no longer allowed to be open, which sucks for everybody, and I have no idea what to do with myself now. So my weekends are spent with the baby, and during the week I homeschool my nephew, which at least that's still going on because 90% of kids are doing homeschool now. So what are you gonna need? 1 cup of flour, 2 cups of sugar, 4 eggs, 3/4 cup cocoa powder, and then you need a 1/4 teaspoon salt and 1/2 teaspoon baking powder, which I had to get up on a chair and hunt down because I couldn't find mine. A teaspoon vanilla, and this is optional. I just chopped up some chocolate morsels. They were huge and I chopped them so they wouldn't sink to the bottom of my brownies. I think the recipe really calls for walnuts. It's like a cup of chopped walnuts, but I don't do walnuts. I don't like nuts in my brownies. But everybody loves those chocolate chunk brownies, so that's what I'm doing. And you also need 1 cup of melted butter. I've already done it because nobody wants to sit around and wait for a microwave. So, first thing you do is mix together. Does it say mix? Stir in. I use a whisk, honestly, because I don't find the mixing to be that easy with this batter, but the whisk helps a lot, you know. So you add your sugar, right, and your vanilla. How much vanilla do I need? 2 teaspoons of vanilla. It doesn't even open. Okay, here we go. Now, I chose to do this because baking, aside from childcare, is the only other thing that I'm good at, right? So I figured, what better way to make myself feel good than do something I know I can do that's not gonna turn out like absolute garbage and is still productive, relatively, right? How long is this gonna take? Yeah, I've never filmed a cooking video before, so don't expect this to be some like Rosanna Pansino J&J's Kitchen professional nonsense, because it's not. There's very few things that I'm good at in life, and this is one of them, and I decided to share it on the internet for everybody to criticize me, because I know they will, especially about these. I'm aware, before somebody mentions it, I'm aware this is not a dry measuring cup, and this is not how you're supposed to measure out flour, but it's all that I have, and I can't exactly go to the store right now, so save your energy. Don't come for me in the comments about my liquid measuring cups, okay? All right, now you're gonna add 1 egg at a time, and hope to God you don't get shell in here. There's one thing I hate, is this 1 at a time egg nonsense. And I hate eggs. I hate them. Yeah, the entire time this egg situation is going on, every time I crack an egg, I'm going to be rinsing my hands because I hate them. And I don't care if people are like, it's safe to eat, you know, like raw batter now. They pasteurize the eggs. I don't believe it. I refuse to believe it. I believe that no matter what you do, you're getting salmonella, E. coli from the raw eggs. I don't care. Especially, you're supposed to be washing your hands frequently right now anyway, people, okay? So, make sure you're sanitary. It's very important. Ugh. I don't know how people eat eggs, you guys. Ugh. This is the only way it's acceptable. If it is mixed into something like a dessert, or like French toast. I can do French toast because it don't taste like eggs, you know? but two more of these. Ugh. Ew, ew, ew. Why? Who looked at these and thought, yeah, let's eat those? That's great. That's disgusting. That is absolutely disgusting. I'm gonna complain the entire time. This entire egg process is just gonna be me bitching the whole time. It's going pretty quick. I was concerned that they wouldn't mix in fast enough to not skeeve me out completely. Thank God, one more. One more. But yeah, anyway, I'll stop complaining now. Now that like half of you has probably clicked off this video. And by half of you, I mean the 5 to 10 that'll probably watch it. But yeah, my family loves these. I make them all the time. My sister seems to have like dessert ESP, right? She always has. Like I have like full on normal ESP and she has full on food ESP, specifically chocolate. Like if you make something with chocolate in it, she knows and she's coming. She knows from her house 4 blocks away, 6 blocks away, whatever she is. And I should probably check my phone because I guarantee you I'm getting messages from her right now. Actually I will, hold on. Yep. It is her. I'm making brownies. That's all I'm gonna say. She's like, hi. I'm like, yeah, I'm making brownies. Like, don't bother me, I'm busy. Anyway. Oh my God, yum. She just wrote back to me. Yeah, I know. Let's see, what do we do next? Yeah, it says beat well with spoon. I've done the spoon thing. It doesn't work. This works. The spoon thing takes too long. Because now it tells you to add this cocoa. And, ooh. Dust yourself in a cloud of cocoa powder. But yeah, it's hard to really get the cocoa incorporated, and I find that the whisk helps a lot. Works a lot better than a spoon, especially since, if you can see, probably not, because again, not professional. But it likes to sit just on the top, so you kind of have to like just work it in. And I feel like the whisk does that so much faster and better than the spoon. Oh, I should probably also acknowledge, I have music on in the background. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but I've got Vicks on and they're my soul, and I need something in here for some sort of sound. I don't know if you can hear it. Probably not. I can barely hear it. But in case you can, or you wonder what the hell that weird background noise is, that's what it is. It's Vicks. Yeah, this part takes a little bit because you want to really incorporate the cocoa powder. But yeah, if I had used the spoon, I'd still be trying to get a lot of it mixed in, and it's actually going pretty quickly. You see how fast that just turned under? The spoon takes way longer. But now that it's in, I'm going to stir it really well. What's next? Flour, baking powder, and salt. Okay. So I'm going to add all of my flour. Woo! Along with my baking powder and my salt. This at least mixes in a lot easier than the cocoa powder. But yeah, anyway. Let me tell you a story about my sister. About her chocolate ESP, right? There was one time when I was like, I don't know, 17, 18, and I was home. making cookies from scratch. Got up in the morning because I don't sleep very late, and it had to be like 9 in the morning, 10 in the morning, and I'm from scratch making chocolate chip cookies as I used to all the time. And she's dead asleep in her room. Like, I know she's asleep. And the first tray of cookies comes out of the oven, and she's right there, literally still like this, half asleep, rubbing her eyes. She's like 15, 16 years old. And she's like, so you made cookies? It's like, yeah, I see they woke you from your coma. My sister's one of those people that sleeps like the dead, like the apocalypse could happen and she won't wake up. You shake her and she doesn't wake up. But she wakes up for the scent of baked goods. Go figure. So that's how I know, no matter where she is in the world, if I'm making something, she knows about it and she's gonna be involved one way or the other. Look at that. All right, now, right now your batter's done. See? It's nice, well incorporated. Also, that's why I like to use the glass bowls, so I can really look and see what needs to be mixed, to see if I got all of the flour mixed in and everything. And now you can add like whatever you want, whether it's walnuts or chocolate chips or whatever. I wish I had mint. Like, I have a mint plant in my garden, but I wish I had like mint chips or like mint extract, because I love mint chocolate. I know a lot of people don't, and I think it tastes like toothpaste. I respectfully disagree with that, but it's one of my favorite things, and I wish I had some mint chips. So anyway, now I'm gonna take this spatula and just fold in all of my chocolate chunks. She calling me again? All right. All right. That's good. That's good. Now you're gonna take a 13 by 9 pan, right? That's another reason I love this recipe. It's a family size recipe, which still is pretty much not enough for my family. Ooh, it's still warm from the butter. I'm kind of surprised. Okay, so yeah, you get a 13 by 9 pan, you spray it down with some cooking spray and just pour it in, right? That's my favorite part, just pouring it and watching it go. This is why I use the spatula, because I'm a strong believer of no batter left behind. Everything that can be scraped is scraped. Right into the pan. Plus it makes cleanup a lot easier, you know? You want as much brownie goodness as you can get, but you also want as little cleanup as humanly possible. This batter is really good about like self-leveling, let's call it. As I say that, it's probably gonna come out uneven when I take it out of the oven. But yeah, once you get it in your pan, you pop it in an oven that's preheated to 350, and you cook them for like 35 minutes. I don't understand why brownies take so damn long, but they do. So I will see you when they come out of the oven. Okay, brownies are done. I've let them cool for about 20 minutes. I think they're cool enough. The bottom's a little bit hot, but this is how they came. And I told you, it's self-leveling batter. I thought for sure, because every time I say, oh, they look good, they look nice and level, I end up with one side that's, you know, like a hill. but they didn't. And I think I'm right about this. Batter likes to self-level itself, and they look lovely, don't they? I'm very excited. Now, if you buy box brownie mix, they like to recommend that you use a plastic knife to slice your brownies, which does work very well. But when I make a pan like this, I like to use one of these pizza wheels, right? Also, can't cut anything in a straight line to save my life. And I feel like if I use this, it maybe helps a little bit. Let's give it a shot. I don't know. Maybe we'll do this. All right. Cross your fingers. Some of these are gonna come out janky, I just know it. I always end up with ones that are like bite-sized pieces. Oh Lord, don't screw it up, lady. I'm already screwing it up. That was not a straight line worth of shit. Okay, can you see how wonky that line is? That's how I cut things. Can't function. I can't people, okay? I can't. I don't know how to person. That's why I avoid everybody like the plague. Lord Jesus, let this one go back. That was maybe too far over, maybe not. Better! Okay. Faster might be the key. Let's see. Okay, no. That didn't help. Let's just keep going. This is gonna be one of those times where I have to cut some of them in half because they're still too freaking big. Wow, yeah. You guys, I don't know how people do this. I don't know. All of these are on like a, I don't know what's wrong with me. Something is wrong with me. Cannot cut in a straight line. This is why I let other people do this and not me. Some of these definitely need to be cut again. Let me show you. Assuming I can get this one out. Oh, well, I broke it. It'd still definitely be too warm. Okay, maybe we'll leave them for a little bit. Let me show you this one that I now effed up. This upper corner one here that I just seriously mangled is literally this big of a piece. Ain't nobody eating that big a piece unless you're at like a diner or something. They taste good though. You go back together. You cool down a little bit longer. I'm gonna eat these crumbs. Mmm. I don't know why I'm always surprised when it comes out good. But I am. And some of y'all definitely need to be cut in half. Like this one next to it needs to be cut in half. Actually, all of these down to here need to be cut in half. And again, I did it not straight. Beautiful, lovely. Can I get a little one out? I want to show. Real quick. Ooh. Okay, yeah. Okay. They're so gooey that they fall apart. Do you see? You can see like the chocolate chip in it right here. Okay, yeah, that's not still hot. Also may have overspread the pan. That's hot. That's burning, actually. I told you this was not professional. I told you do not expect Rosanna Pansino quality from this video. You probably shouldn't expect any level of professional quality from any of my videos. Son of a bitch, man. Now I really feel like my sister. She's one of those people that does not ever let anything cool completely. I'm just gonna sit here and pick. I'm terrible. You know, like that cookie story I was telling you. She was literally taking cookies off a pan that just came out of the oven and going like this to cool it down so she could eat it because she wasn't going to wait. Okay. While they're still warm, definitely cut them. like the box brownies tell you to do. But maybe still leave them in the pan, because I feel like that's what I normally do. But I got impatient and couldn't be bothered waiting anymore, you know? Why the hell's GOT7 on? Sorry, I got distracted. My Vicks music stopped playing and now it's GOT7. I mean, I love GOT7, but I wasn't in the mood for GOT7. Anyway, brownies that have now left crumbs all over my counter. They're good. If you like brownies, you know, the way like the pan's not hot. Why is the bottom still hot? Anyway, I don't think anybody's gonna make this, but you know, I'm not putting the recipe in the description. If you want the recipe in the description, let me know. I'll put it in there. But I did give you measurements at the beginning of the video, so take notes if you want to make this. Damn, they're good. But yeah, I forgot what I was gonna say to you guys. Oh yeah, I had just taken out, you know, a little plate to put them on. Usually I have a cake plate, but I don't know where it went. They're very rich brownies, especially since I put the the chocolate chip things in there. So you definitely need something to drink. I guess normal people choose milk. I don't like milk, it's gross. Not because obviously I'm not vegan, I put eggs in this, but I think it's gross. It's in the same family to me as eggs. It's freaking gross, and unless I'm putting it in cereal, I want nothing to do with it. Unless it tastes like chocolate or strawberries. But they're like sticky, you know? Like they coat you out, like you need something. I have lemon and mint water in my lovely bottle that tells y'all leave me alone. For some reason, people think it's a conversation piece instead of a warning. They feel the need to approach me and ask me about my bottle that literally tells you to leave me alone. So, we've made brownies. I've made brownies, and I've butchered some of them, most of them. But they still taste good. It doesn't matter. It's just like a lesson in, you know, like, just the way to look at things. It doesn't matter what things look like on the outside. It's what's on the inside that matters. These brownies may look like actual garbage, the majority of them, but they all still taste good. And considering, you know, in the times we're living in and everything's closed, including your gym, you know, this is like, you know, like a cheap weeks, God knows how long it's gonna be. So, you know, you can eat these brownies all you want, you know, so who cares? You can't work out anyway. Work out in your house. Work out in your house and eat your brownies. They'll make you feel better. I promise. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I know this was a hot mess disaster, but that's who I am. And yeah, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, because why not? It, you know, you might as well. You have nothing else to do right now. Just do it. And you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter. My name's in the description box down below. And I will see you guys next time. Maybe with something like this. Maybe something more in my wheelhouse. See you later. Bye.